KWXY, and throughout the mornings here on The Breakfast Show, we've been talking to various mayors, business leaders, realtors, and on the phone with us this morning is a guy I've known for a couple of years, Mario Hernandez, whose company is actually Mario's Tile Care, but he's got a lot of different hats he wears. How are you, Mario?
Good morning. I'm doing great, Gary. Hope that you and your family are doing well as well.
Well, we're working through it day by day. Now, Mario, you're a small business person out here. Well, you're not that small. Well, you're smaller than you used to be because you told me that you're not eating as many tacos and drinking as much beer. But you have a small business out here, and you do tile care. But you started this thing a few years ago that you kind of roped me into as well with the Desert United Luncheons. And every month you would do a luncheon, a networking type thing for local businesses out in Indian Wells. You made no money at it. You just did it because you're trying to support local business. And it was actually a really good event. It's one of the many things that has now gone away for the time being as we're all sheltering in. But any expectation, is that coming back in like August, September? Any idea when the Desert United Luncheons are back, Mario?
Well, Gary, first of all, we've done them for 12 years, 146 lunches. And believe me, when I had to give notice last month that we were going to have to cancel like everybody else, and this month as well, it was very disappointing and tough to do. But safety first, most important is being safe and healthy. And, I'm not going to put really a time date on it. I'm going to play it day by day. I'm going through this crisis like everybody else. And I'm just trying to stay uplifted and also continue to try to give positive information out there. And I just want to be part of the solution to continue to help businesses, our community, our residents. And yes, when the luncheons get back to going again, I'm going to be looking forward to seeing people and giving them a hug if I can, and welcoming everybody there because, we bring professionals, retailers, hospitality contractors, service providers, nonprofits, and we extend it to college desert students and also the San Bernardino State University. And it has been a wonderful success. And we let the nonprofits have a 15-minute presentation. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully we can get started very soon.
Okay, and one of the things I want to talk to you about today is you sent out a press release the other day, and you're trying to get a discussion going. And God bless you for this because you're sitting around the house thinking of ideas. You're a bright guy, and you came up with, and you even say that this may not be the answer, this may not be the solution, but let's talk about it. You've got a suggested theme of having people go to the grocery store, restaurants, and other essential businesses on certain days based on their last name. So whatever your last name begins with, you would go on certain days. How did you come up with that idea, Mario?
Well, actually, this started with, first of all, me trying to start an initiative to try to help get the medical fields, the doctors and the nurses, some protective wear. That's how it all started for me. I thought if I could reach out to Home Depot, which I have, and I'm grateful that they partnered in with me. I took on the 4 locations here in the Coachella Valley to, first of all, ask for people to donate their protective gloves and their N95 mask, which are respirators. And so far, it's been very successful. People have been donating them, and I've been taking them to all 3 hospitals here in the Coachella Valley, Palm Springs, Rancho Mirage, and Indio. So that's how it started for me. I just wanted to, continue to see what I could do to make a difference, and that was my first step. And then I started thinking about the next step, that I thought physical distancing measures are very important. And I keep, you and I see the radio and the TV every day, and we see all this mixed messages, and there's a lot of stuff going on right now. And I know it's a huge crisis, and it's difficult for all of us. None of us have all the answers. And what I'm basically suggesting may not be the best thing, but if anything, I do want to start the discussion. I want to have the conversation with the mayors and all the politicians out here, any government official, because I know they all have the same goals, which is to do the best for our community. I want them to start having that conversation of how do we get better prepared for what may come next. And I don't want to be behind the curve. I don't want to be, as this thing continues to peak in other areas, I just want to have a solution that we have in place that will help us.
So the thought is to slow the roll a bit and limit the trips to these different places so that we all limit our exposure. And I told this story a week or so ago when I finally came out and went to the grocery store for the first time in about a week. And a young couple was behind me with just a few items in their hand. You remember how you used to run to the store because you needed paprika or something? And we can't do that anymore. I mean, we don't want to hoard, but what they're recommending is that we just buy enough for 1 week, not 6 months worth of toilet paper, but you just can't go to the store 8 times a week anymore. So this idea, I think they did something similar in South Korea. They actually did it with the month of your birth, which might be another thing to consider, Mario, rather than your last name, because there's half as many months as there are letters in the alphabet, right? So based on the month you were born, and it would probably be voluntary because we have a sheriff, Chad Bianco, that's not even going to enforce the face mask deal because he's not going to turn it into a police state, although they're still going to pull you over for speeding. Go figure. That's a discussion for another day. But so that's what your thought is. You're trying to get something going with that. And what kind of response have you gotten from local mayors and politicians?
Well, Gary, I did send this information out to every Chamber of Commerce here in the Coachella Valley, all our government officials that we have here in the Coachella Valley, all the mayors, all the city council members, and the public. And I'm really, really spreading this news around that let's please start the conversation. Now, look, I didn't reinvent the wheel. This has been done in other countries. For example, in Europe, they allow men to go out a certain day and women to go out another certain day. And I don't know what the answers are. I don't have all the answers. But again, it could be a license plate. It could be a lot of different ways to do it. But we need to minimize what's going out all at one time. And although we're grateful that we live in this beautiful Coachella Valley, we don't have the population that other places do have. But if it becomes more and more worse, we have to minimize what's going out there. So that gives the employees that are working at grocery stores and restaurants an opportunity to keep their places sanitized and stocked. It also allows, of course, we don't want to overwhelm the medical facilities. We don't want to overwhelm them with too many patients. As it is, they already have a tough job. And I know police officers and first responders, they have a lot on their hands already. So all I'm trying to say, I guess, and all I'm trying to do and accomplish is to have something in place that we can all seem to somewhat agree with, all of us. If we can all come together on something, some form of approach, some kind of system in place that will help relieve that, that's what my goal is. And so I put it on Facebook. I've shared it with a lot of social media platforms. I send it to all my Desert United luncheon recipients that get my information. And I'm just trying to get the word out. So I'm willing to invest my time, my energy, and hopefully doing something positive that's going to help. I don't want to create fear. I'm not for the martial law. All I'm trying to do is prevent something like that to come in, because that will be more difficult, I believe. And it may be the solution for the ultimate way to not solve this problem, but I'm hoping to catch it before it becomes a real issue.
All right, Mario, I appreciate all your thought and consideration on this. When I spoke with Palm Springs Mayor Jeff Coors the other morning, he said, we get one chance to squash this thing, and we want to make sure that we get everybody back to work, but also that we stay healthy out here. We don't want a resurgence of it. So thanks again for all your thought and time on this. DesertUnited.com is your website for your luncheons, and we'll all keep an eye on that and see when those come back. And in Mario's Tile Care, if you're sitting around the house, are you still going out to people's homes at all, or what's going on with the tile care business?
Gary, thank you for asking. Look, as a businessman, I've been in business for 32 years, and I don't take that for granted. We've helped over 15,000 clients. And, having 9 family members in my business, I appreciate my team. But we got cancellations probably like everybody else. Last month and this month, I've had to do some jobs that say, Mario, please take care of this job that I contracted with you because I need to get into my home. So I've had to, I definitely have helped people, and I will continue to do what I can to help people that need us. We want to work. I'm trying to keep the business going, but I know that we have to be realistic. And if it comes down to life or business, I'm going to choose life. If it's going to be about safety first and taking care of what's important of our health, that's going to come first to me. But yes, of course, I'm going to be the first in line pushing helping businesses continue to promote their businesses, encourage them to advertise and market themselves the best way they can. Come out to our luncheon so they can look at somebody's eyes and shake their hands and meet wonderful people and build relationships and continue to network and continue to find different ways to network and market their business. So I will encourage all of that because, I also need to survive. We all need to survive, and I'm very grateful that the government is stepping up and trying to see how they can help our employees and help small business owners as well. So I think they're starting on the right foot to help put things in place to help us because we're all going to need help. So I'm going to encourage everybody to stay positive, take action, be part of the solution, and let's take care of our beautiful community that we have here. We're very blessed to have it. So Gary, thank you for letting me have this opportunity. I don't take it lightly, and I'm grateful for that. And yes, you can always visit the website at desertunited.com or fortilecare.com. And thank you for this. I really appreciate it.
Mario, take care of yourself and your family. I look forward to seeing you out at beautiful Indian Wells. It'll be happening again before you know it. Have a great day, and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you, Gary. God bless you, man. Take good care of yourself.
All right. Thanks, Mario.
Stay safe and keep yourself healthy.
All right. We'll do. You do the same. Take care, buddy.